All righty. Thank you for stopping by Indie Dave Comics. I, of course, am Indie Dave. We have a few guests with us today. As always, sitting next to me is Mrs. Dave Comics, who'll be our researcher, show producer. We've got on Mr. Jean-Luc Bessel, right? Is that right? Am I getting your name right? Hello?
Oh my God, that is the worst interpretation of my name I've ever heard. Wow.
What?
Where did you get the V from?
A V? Oh, Connery. Oh my God. I was thinking, oh my God. Now I feel like I don't know why I said Vessel. No, Connery. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Good Lord. All right. Who's got their speaker on? That's me, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you,
totally
man.
Boring this. It's me. Totally.
You're killing me.
I'm killing me is what I'm doing.
You're killing me as well, mate.
All right. I've unboomered myself, hopefully.
This is still better than
Jean-Luc Connery is on the show today. He's one of the purveyors of the IndieCron site. He's also got his own book, Fireball. We also have Crystal McGee, who is...
hey, guys.
Hey, she'll be promoting her book, good Lord.
The Good Night.
The Good Night, that's right. I've had you on the show before. I should know that. All right, and we've got Michael Merrick on, who's going to promote his book, Chaotic Flux. Did I get that right? Did I mess that up?
What'd you say? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Oh,
okay, cool.
Oh, good Lord. I'm mixing everybody up, aren't I? No, I'm sorry. Yes, we have. Good Lord, I'm the worst tonight. Yes, we have. Oh, good Lord, Scott Payne, who's got Chaotic Flux. I'm mixing everybody up. Michael Derrick has his own book as well. What is your book, Michael Payne? Michael Derrick.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't know if there was someone actually named Michael Merrick. But, yeah.
How many names can we get wrong tonight?
I'm going to meld together as one.
As you can tell, this is a professional podcast.
How many names can you get wrong tonight? That's what I want to know.
Did I get everybody's name wrong? I want to make sure I didn't leave anybody out.
Oh, man.
I want to make sure I didn't leave anybody out.
At least the echo has finally stopped. So
yeah. So all right. So hopefully we'll keep the boomerang down to a minimum.
Whew.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm glad that I got the botching out of the way in the beginning of the show.
Let's hope it's out of the way.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's always that. All right. So Crystal McGee, Jean-Luc Connery, Michael Merrick, and Scott Payne.
Close enough.
Oh my God! Did I mess her name up too?
Technically, it's Michael Derrick, but I might have to change it to Michael Merrick.
Oh my God!
I kind of like the sound of that. So
all right, we're done for tonight.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
I'm fighting the urge to bounce out of this stream so hard.
All right, let's get started.
Okay, hold on a moment.
Yes.
Thank you, because I'll have to recover from this. Okay, welcome to the stream. And I am Jean-Luc Meisel, a.k.a. Jean Connery, from IndieCron, the Master Blaster, the one who made everything bad go away so you could buy your comics, CG only, on IndieCron. Thank you for letting me on your stream, sir. How are you today?
Pretty good. The worst stream on the internet tonight.
Yes. So I decided to take over.
Absolutely.
Crystal is in the house.
It's all yours.
Hello, Crystal. How are you, Crystal?
Hey, what's up? Doing pretty good.
Oh, and I heard some interesting news from you today.
Yeah.
What is this?
My artist actually, I finally got him to do a video. So people know that he exists.
Congratulations.
Yeah, like he's really shy and he just has Facebook. And yeah, so nobody ever sees him. And I was telling him today that people actually think it's me doing the art under a pen name.
And was it?
And so then he's like, okay, I'll do a video.
Okay, that's fantastic. Michael is in the house from Abductables. Is that correct, Michael?
Yes, I have a comic coming out called The Abductables, and it's with artist Ibai Canales from
Oh,
Iron
wait.
Sights.
Do you mean the famous Canales?
Absolutely. The very
Wow.
same, the one that keeps getting banned from Twitter.
And he's been banned yet once again. So what news comes from you about Canales?
Unfortunately, I think he kind of likes not being on Twitter, but at the same
I knew
time,
it.
yeah. But allegedly, he said he's gonna just try to make a new account every month. So hopefully, they give up at some point trying to ban him.
So he will be
So-
back, and I will have him on my show.
Absolutely.
And so the gentleman who has the bold courage to show his face, merely because none of us want to be doxxed, I take it this is Scott.
Yeah. How's it going?
How's it going, mate? How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Glad to
And
be on the show.
Your book is?
Chaotic Flux.
Oh, I've heard something. And but you're not on Indicron, are you?
No. Well, actually, I just submitted my campaign this morning on Indicron. So hopefully they accept it and I'll be on there.
And when are you going to Indiegogo?
I'm already on Indiegogo now.
Oh, you are? Okay,
Yeah,
so you won't
campaign's
be in
going right now.
You won't be in the upcoming section.
No.
Okay. Well, that's good. Okay, hit me with your elevator pitch right now. Go.
Elevator pitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Chaotic Flux is about a group of super. It's a super group. It takes place in a very apocalyptic. I'm sorry, I can't talk.
No pressure.
Apocalyptic
No
future.
pressure.
There's a plague of mutant abominations that have taken over the world, as well as a genocidal dark entity. There's also a very serious threat, and this team comes together and is trying to save humanity.
And it's a superhero team. It's a superhero genre.
It's in the vein of like X-Men, or even with some Watchmen thrown in as well. That kind of style. So dark but definitely a unique super team.
Are you the artist or the writer?
I am the writer and the creator, co-creator. My artist is Brian Belando.
Okay, excellent. And our host with the most today, whose stream we have desecrated, is Indie Dave. Indie Dave. Introducing Indie Dave. Hey, Dave, do you want to take over?
You know what? I'll definitely pop in every once in a while since it's my show. But you've been doing a great job, and I want to thank you for actually saving what I've almost destroyed. So
that's all right. That's my job. That's the job of Indicron. We're here to serve, and we're here to win, win, win. And after we're done winning, we're going to win some more. So get ready.
What I'm going to suggest is everybody in the chat, if you want to follow along, open up another table, and
open up another table.
There you go.
I'm not sure what that means.
open up Indicron, and you can follow along and check out all the really cool books, the people that we got here, and some of the other stuff that's on there. I was aware of Indicron and I knew what it was, but I never really went on the site until today. And it's really well set up, and there's a lot of good stuff on there. And if you guys want to follow along, that's a good way to do that while you're listening.
Well, we worked strenuously to create Indicron so that all of the CG people can be able to, get their comics out, get it out to our people, get it seen on their way before they go to Indiegogo as well. So it's got everything you need in one stop, and we've got a lot of people in the chat today as well. Yeah, there's Durkin. There's Durkin. You were just speaking about him today.
Yes, he's on one of the writing discords that I'm on as well.
Mike's in the chat and he says, I have visited once or twice, Jean-Luc. Only once or twice, Mike? For God's sakes, get over there right away.
I love Indicron.
Who said that?
Michael Merrick.
Oh, excellent. There's a lot to like.
Y'all just added merchandise, right?
Yes, we did.
Very cool. I'll have to order one of those shirts.
Well, we'd love that. Yeah, all proceeds from sales on the Indicron shop go to keeping Indicron alive because we make no money. This is for the community. I don't want to sound like a public service announcement, but it's for the community and it's to keep hosts, keep our hosts paid in full. And here we have Mike. Mike's back.
Hey,
He's got an icon now.
Mike's got like 30 hours left, and he needs to make some serious money. So definitely check out Samurai and Dinosaurs, Mike Murphy's book.
Well, Dave, was your plan to go onto the Indicron site and tour it?
I have the Indicron site. Let me see. Let me just share my screen real quick, and let's see. We'll share my screen. We'll head up to Indicron. There we go. And you're right up there on top, Samurai and Dinosaurs. 1 day, 6 hours remaining.
1 day, 6 hours. 58 minutes.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hi.
And you click on the link right there, and it brings you right to the Indiegogo site. It couldn't be any more convenient if you're looking for a book.
Right. Well, let's step back to the Indicron site so we can go over what's there.
All righty. And here, right on the front page here.
Right. So if you scroll down a little bit, there you go. If you click on his graphic, right, you have to lock your there you go. You have to say something or lock your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's his cover, and if you can expand these pages on the right-hand side.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, and up in the top corner, there's these little pages. There you go. See, there you go. Click that. Well done, Dave. Good, good.
I'm still working on locking the screen. So.
Okay, good lad. That's right. We'll move around. And so, do you want to talk about your book here?
Yeah, happily. So you'll have to forgive me. Like I'm dealing with a really bad cold.
Oh, that's all right. I thought I heard some laughter in the background. Are you currently functioning as a comic?
Comedian? That was my wife. She was talking about the cold. The only one that needs forgiving is me today. So.
Oh, okay. Thank God I have endless forgiveness in my heart.
Okay, so Samurai and Dinosaurs is a bunch of different things all rolled into one. It's a revenge story. It's an homage to art house and grindhouse samurai films. There's about 20% Jurassic Park in there. And we pay our respects to classic comics like Usagi Yojimbo and Lone Wolf and Cub. To anyone who's listening who's on the fence, I can promise you an action-packed story with beautiful art and an explosive finale with a conclusive ending. We're not trying to sell a story that, just goes on and drags out with a to be continued ... This is completely self-contained. That's Samurai and Dinosaurs in a nutshell, and I hope everyone will give it a shot.
Well, let's have a look at another page.
All righty, let's move right there to the next page here. All the art's really cool. I love the kind of cartoony comic strip style.
Thank you. Yeah. So besides, titles like Usagi and Lone Wolf, one of the things that Sergio worked to emulate was, traditional Japanese scroll art.
Okay. Dave, you can't lock it on the screen?
And I have one question real quick, Mike. I was just wondering, do you have like an extension, or is this like it? Just
oh, no,
curious.
I wish. This is it. We started in mid-December with the full 60 days. It was kind of a scheduling thing. Like Sergio has like 2 or 3 projects he's doing this year, so it was kind of a now or never thing. And I knew we were gonna
getting roboted. Is there anyone else getting the robot effect?
No.
I can hear just fine.
So then, I think you said previously, like it was pretty close to completion or completed. Do you have any plans, I guess, if this does fall through, to kind of put it on something like Comixology or, something similar?
Yeah, we're weighing our options right now. As far as the book being complete, the original version of the book was completed, and the entire point of the campaign was to kind of go back into this book that was a few years old and, never really saw the light of day, and retool the writing and expand and revise some of the art. All that stuff's completely done. So basically, if it does get funded, we'll let it be in demand for a few weeks, and then we're just going to roll right into printing. If it doesn't go through, Right now, we're trying to figure out, do we relaunch it in March, or do we try another title and then maybe later on in the year come back to it? And so we're not really sure just yet what we're going to do.
Cool. Because it looks pretty awesome. And like you said,
Thank
it
you.
really reminds me of, the early runs of the Ninja Turtles and stuff like that, which I
Yeah,
really
definitely.
love.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
How close is it to being funded?
we just passed $3,000 about 20 minutes ago, so it's got a little under 5,000 to go by, I think, 11 o'clock tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you going on Ethan's tonight?
I mean, I'll go if he'll have me. I'm not sure yet. Like I was telling Dave here, everything's kind of up in the air right now. Because they're also getting ready to close out Bigfoot Bill.
Oh. Yeah, you can't fight the conflict of scheduling, can you?
Exactly. So
You might
We'll
have
see.
to dye your hair pink at this point.
yeah, no.
Well, the thing that you have to think about is, look at upcoming on Indicron, and if you want to reboot your campaign, go into upcoming first. Maybe increase your artwork that you're showing, or do a variety of different things, and try to build more of a following first.
Sure.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I feel like even though, Comicsgate and this whole movement has been going on for a while now, I feel like it's really starting to pick up steam like this year in a way. So like, yeah, even if worst case scenario, if your project doesn't get funded, I think it would definitely do a lot better on a relaunch. So, that's definitely something to consider.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I've seen kind of bits and pieces of Samurai and Dinosaur up until maybe 3 weeks ago when it really kind of took a jump and started getting people's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's the point of upcoming. Get the attention, right, of your audience
Yeah.
before you go to Indiegogo.
Yeah,
So
I hear a lot.
if you started, it took you a couple of weeks before you started getting people's interest.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you said that the campaign was going on since December. I just heard about it in like the last week or so.
Sorry?
So I'm like this project, Samurai and Dinosaurs. Like I just heard about it like recently, even though the campaign has been going on for a while. So I'm sure there's a lot of people like me who are just now hearing about it, even though as the campaign's coming to an end. So.
Yeah, what I've been, whenever anyone asks like, what advice do I have for starting campaigns, I've been jokingly saying never start the week before Christmas. Yeah, so like the first week of January is really when we started gaining traction, and that was largely thanks to John Malin having me on and talking for like an hour or so.
Nice.
When did you join Indicron with it?
We launched right out the gate, but it was also around the time that they were just getting ready for the relaunch. So, it kind of fell in that gray area a little bit, but we knew about it from the start and we were very interested.
Okay.
I like when you said Usagi Yojimbo as one of the influences. That makes a lot of sense because the artwork has a very Stan Sakai look to it. I liked it. I like the style.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Sergio is a beast. He's we've known each other for a long time, and he's one of my favorite collaborators.
Yeah, and I'm all into samurai stuff right now because I'm actually reading through the Lone Wolf and Cub omnibuses from Dark Horse.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so that your project looks really cool.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, so let's see. So you've got 30 hours left, about that, 31, 32 hours?
Yeah, give or take.
All right, so everybody in the chat, if you see it, retweet it. It looks like it's going to be it looks like a really cool book. So the art's really cool, and it looks like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Is there a T-Rex?
Oh yeah, there's a T-Rex.
Nice. Velociraptors.
So like if I could just give like a 5-second like pitch for like the main plot itself. So a meteorite goes down just outside of a Japanese city, and an elite group of samurai are dispatched to investigate it. Figure out what it is, what's causing like all this distress in the surrounding area. And the book kind of becomes a road movie at that point. And along the journey, the closer they get to their destination, the more time begins to break down and not function correctly around them. And that's when we start folding in the dinosaurs from a different era.
Wow. That's a really cool way of explaining how that works and how the dinosaurs fit in.
Yeah, thank you.
Very creative.
Am I the only one here that reads manga?
I'm just starting to get into anime. I'll probably be doing the manga.
I read it quite frequently, actually.
Okay, because in One Piece right now, which is like the biggest comic in Japan, they're actually doing a storyline that's set in like a type of feudal Japan, and it's just funny because like some of the characters have like the power to turn into dinosaurs.
Oh wow!
So it's like it's interesting that.
Man, I think the creator, like I saw some article and it says like he has like a mini train in his house or something like that. Yeah. Like he makes so much money from One Piece that he just has a little train. Kind of like Walt Disney, he had a train in his house. That's cool.
One Piece makes like billions of dollars. It's huge. So you're in good company with that.
Yeah.
All right. You want to move on to another campaign? You think you got everything out of here? Like I said, this one looks really good. We're back on IndieCron.
I'll definitely retweet this after the stream for sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What do we got else? Let's see. Crystal, your book's on here, right?
Yes, it is.
Right.
I believe if you click on the active. Oh, wait. It's just up a little bit more.
There we go. Let's not move so quick and get everybody all dizzy. There you go. Right under dinosaurs. Look at that.
Yeah.
All righty. So tell us a little bit about your book.
All right. Well, The Good Knight is about Sir Alexander, and he's an Arthurian knight trapped in the body of a teddy bear. And he's imbued with half of Merlin's powers and abilities. And we kind of catch up with him in present day, where he has a new master and a new child to protect. The kid's name is Jack, and basically he has to protect him from the Queen Belladonna, who's planning to use him as a human sacrifice.
Wow.
Yeah. To bring back this guy that we call the Dragon King, and he'll kind of take over the world, I guess. It's pretty cool.
The art's like super realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice painted style.
Really indicative of Alex Ross's work.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool. Yeah.
I really like, especially this one right here, the expression on this teddy bear's face.
Yeah.
That's a really cool picture right there.
Teddy bear's face is crazy.
Yeah, it's like realistic, but also it has like a weird, like dreamlike quality to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's very
and
cool.
I think that's in part because our artist, he uses a kind of like a charcoal and some other stuff on canvas, and then brings it into Photoshop and After Effects, and then kind of cleans it up from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very unique.
Yep. And we just got Eric Weathers on board, so he'll be doing all of the lettering.
Oh, that's awesome. He's almost like become like the go-to Comicsgate letterer.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, I mean,
he can just do so many lettering styles. It's like amazing.
That's very cool. Maybe he could do something with IndieCron since he's like the lettering guy now.
Yeah. And I mean, like in a Marvel and DC, like it's definitely on par with stuff as far as lettering is concerned. It's very professional.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We're on to this other page here. Just a lot of stuff going on. This is very. So tell us about the artist a little bit.
Well, his name is Francisco Nardi, and he's from Brazil. And I found him through a friend, and we kind of got in touch, and I was looking for an artist, and he was available, so it worked out. And he's done some published works in Brazil as well, anthologies, as well as some different fantasy comics over there. He's actually fairly well known in Brazil for this werewolf comic that he did. And it's pretty neat. It's not like the traditional werewolves. It's kind of like I don't know what you'd call like werewolf light. You know, it's not like a American Werewolf in London where you're doing the full transformation. More like a Teen Wolf. Yeah, but yeah, he's fantastic, and it's great working with him.
All right. So who did the art right here on this picture? Is it a cover photo or a cover?
Yeah, sorry. That's a cover B, and it was done by Pablo Romero.
Okay, but all the internals are going to be that kind of charcoal-y painted style. Yep. Cool.
Correct.
All right. There we go. This looks fantastic. How much time you have left on this one?
This one, I think we have 3 days left, I believe.
Okay, and you've already met your goal, but obviously, more money's better.
Yeah. Yeah, it always helps. Yeah.
All right. I know you were telling me the last time we talked, there's kind of like a little story about this poster here.
Yeah. Well, that poster is actually a little bit of it's an Easter egg. And I have 2 graphic novels that are already completed. And they kind of take place after the events of The Good Night. So The Good Night is kind of like a springboard for the rest of what you'll kind of see to come in our shared universe.
Somebody's rubbing up against something. All right, that's really cool. That's we like Easter eggs. We like that. We like that connection to other works.
Yeah, and I mean it also helps because, like in this case, VHS Killers, it's kind of follows this group rock band, and you kind of have the 2 brothers, and there's a sister, and there's like a lot of like a demonic possession and heavy metal music, and this Easter egg kind of shows that they're fairly well established because they're in a 15-year-old's room, so the band's fairly popular at this point. So then once you jump into their graphic novel, you kind of see where The Good Night kind of falls as far as where the story takes place and kind of starts off.
Is anyone using a police scanner?
Because some events are like simultaneously happening and stuff like that. So
yeah. I've been actually muting my mic to stop the boomerang, so it's not me.
Okay, someone's using a police scanner. Please stop.
Are you fighting crime, Sean?
No, I have no police scanner, but someone else does.
I love it.
Well, I mean, I have one, but it's in the closet.
Someone just stalks their secret identity.
Why do you have a police scanner, dude?
Located over there, I don't know.
Well, Scott does.
That's awesome.
Gotta remain vigilant.
I turned it off with him.
All right. What's nice with these with the Easter eggs is once somebody realizes what it's an Easter egg of, then it's going to draw more interest towards your other books.
Yeah, and I mean, like the others, there's actually one of the 2 that's completed. The events of that graphic novel are happening simultaneously with the events of this maxi series. So it'll definitely help because some things happen, and then you'll kind of see where it connects later on. It will make sense. So yeah, pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's very nice. All right. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's see what else we got over on IndieCron. Let's see. Let's see. Who else is here? So got a book on IndieCron. Let's see.
Everyone has a book on
Everybody's
IndieCron.
good?
Yes, always.
Well, no, it's because I think somebody said they hadn't had it on yet.
Yeah, mine's not. I submitted mine this morning, but it hasn't been up there
Okay.
yet.
Well, he has his on Indiegogo.
Indiegogo,
it's on
yeah.
Indiegogo, yeah.
Let's see. Up and Comings, that's what we're looking for, right?
That's what we're looking
That's
for.
what we're looking for right here. All right, Rainbow Brute's up and coming. Let's see.
It's just upcoming,
Yeah.
not up and coming. But
Oh,
you can-
just upcoming.
Yes, just upcoming, mate.
They're up and coming authors. I'm really excited about this Offworlder one, by the way. That's one of the ones.
Yeah, that's
Fireball.
There's Fireball. Jump in there.
There it is. Let's jump on Fireball.
Don't be afraid.
All
It's okay.
right.
Everyone
Boom.
will survive. Boom. God damn. That looks good.
So tell us about Fireball.
Burn.
Fireball is basically a science fiction story, a little bit of fantasy. And it's about a sentient meteorite that pulls these three people out of the past to fight the threat of AI. So it's a very interesting, high-octane action thriller.
Right.
If
And
you
you're
like
the,
that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, nobody likes that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right, now you're
Click the
the,
arrow.
yeah. Are you
There
the
we go.
writer? Or are you the artist? You both.
I'm everything. I'm the
Everything.
writer, I'm the artist, I'm the colorist, I'm the inventor. That's me.
All right.
And this is Nano, and she's one of the characters, one of the trio, and she basically has the ability to, has luck on her side, and she's very strange because she's brought out of the past, and she's out of sync with the rest of the world. So it fluctuates. She's a few minutes before and a few minutes ahead of everyone around her. So it makes a very interesting storyline.
That's cool. All right.
She is
so-
cool.
Yeah.
This is Horse. He's the strong man of the trio, very powerful and very hot-headed. And this is him being brought out of the meteorite, out of the past. He's originally a 1920s boxer. He's a barroom brawler. And so he comes from the 1920s and he's coming into the present time. Imagine his shock.
The fighting style's different now. Everybody knows MMA and stuff.
That's right. So it's going to be rough for him, but he has certain abilities that will transcend those difficulties.
I just watched something on a YouTube video about like why they like you see the old timey boxers in that stance.
Yeah,
And it was this whole thing. It was actually really fascinating about why they would stand that way and why you wouldn't stand that way today. And
he has to learn a whole new way of fighting.
That's pretty. What we got? What's this going on?
This is the villain. His name is Crackerjack. He's an artificial intelligence. He's taken the disposition of an angry Irishman. Can you imagine?
That's awesome.
He's got the head of a Tyrannosaurus Rex and Darth Vader.
What do you have against the Irish?
Nothing. I love the Irish. They're my best mates. That's the point. That's why I had to squeeze them into this comic. When's the last time you've seen a good Irishman in a comic book?
Dude, I don't think ever. Yeah.
Not ever. This is the first.
At least none that get it right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get it right this time because there'll be plenty of drinking.
Well, there you go. That's all you need.
That's why that mask of his, it opens up. The jars open up and he just throws beers inside, glass and all. So he's pretty outlandish. He's pretty. It's a beautiful character. It's going to be fantastic. Humorous, violent, madness.
Hopefully, Conor McGregor will play him in the live-action movie.
I hope so. I'd love that. This is him in his typical style. It's just a little coloring test I was doing.
All right.
And he's doing a little grunting here, you know. A little
The gun
wrestling.
show.
Yeah, a little posturing there, you know. As most Irishmen do. Come and get it. And then they all run.
All right. We got Man of Sex in the chat says, "Are you implying that the Irish are reptiles?"
No. I'm implying that they're cold-blooded.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
That's good. Did I get you like that one, Crystal?
Yeah,
That was off the cuff, love. Off the cuff.
well, that was great. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Are there going to be any potato jokes?
Click the arrow. Click the arrow.
I have worked for Irish guys before, so I know that they are cold-blooded. I can confirm.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And this is Nano again, with a little extra poundage on the rear edge.
Oh yeah.
Thick.
Sick. Yes, it's very nice. That's my signature right there at the bottom. If anyone wants to know, that's my very strange signature.
All right, so
People
now we'll
often
know if you had actually signed the book.
That's right.
We verified right here. You can come right to my show.
If they can get past the first half hour and still be alive.
Skip that first half an hour and you're good to go.
You're going to have to edit this bugger hard.
No, I want people to know that I'm human.
Okay, I think they
people-
customize that.
All right, what's going on in these ones?
Well, this is basically a rendering test. So this is Vector. He's one of the trio. And I've basically drawn him. The first one's very open for color, open color. Second one, a little bit rendering. And then the third one, much more endless, constant rendering, which everyone seems to like nowadays.
All right.
So I was trying to choose between the three.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's just a sketch. I like to show works in progress. I like to prove the fact that, I can draw. This is me drawing.
Have you really only been drawing a year?
Yeah, it's been about a year and a month.
That's crazy.
That's so hard to believe, man.
Oh, I know.
That's real
that's great,
talent,
man.
dude. Because
That's great.
Wow. Yeah.
Like,
seriously.
where have you been hiding this talent, Jean?
I was working for a living,
Really?
Did you draw when you were a kid?
No, not really. I mean, occasionally, I think everyone does. I picked up crayons.
Wow, that's very impressive.
The police are coming. What? Is Scott a police officer? I think he
He's
is.
a vigilante.
Scott, you could mute yourself. I mean, that wouldn't hurt. No, he refuses.
On or off?
He's got his own book to
Ryan
pick.
doesn't wait for a live stream.
Indie Dave, you could mute Scott.
Let's see. I can try. Oh,
You could try. Yeah, it's just in the corner.
there it is.
It's the controls. There you go.
There we go.
Oh,
We
the
done it.
pleasure. Oh, the joy.
We'll unmute him in a little bit. We'll get on to his book next. So
Okay. So there we go. That was my book, Fireball. And if anyone survived getting through that, be sure to purchase my book, as many as you can.
So, Jean-Luc, I have like one question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you do that title logo there?
Yes, I did. Well, no, actually,
Pretty cool.
no, I just remembered I had help also from our favorite logoist. Betty? Betty helped me with that initially and gave me
Really?
some PSD files. Yeah.
That's
Betty and I,
awesome.
we're friends. I mean, I'm friends with almost everyone in CJ.
Yeah, Betty's
Scott.
really talented.
Yeah. So she gave me some, he gave me some Photoshop files, and I kind of tweaked it, and worked with it and came up with this, and I kind of dig it.
It's got a very 80s aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
just
that.
like an arcade cabinet. I could see that right up
Yeah.
there as the header.
Exactly.
And
So I
the-
think it's
the
going to be a
book-
great book.
The book itself looks like it would be right at home in something like Metal Hurlant or 2000 AD. I dig it.
Exactement, mon ami. Yes, very true. And that's the look I'm going for.
Nice.
all right, we got let's see, in the chat, we got a question. Somebody came in late. Why don't we have everybody do a quick introduction to themselves? Because I know I'm going to mess it all up.
Crystal, who are you?
Well, it's me, Crystal
It's me,
McGee.
Crystal.
Yeah. And I'm a script doctor and film projectionist. Yeah. And I have a book out now called The Good Night.
That's probably one of the things I love the most about Crystal is that she's a script doctor and so am I. So we get along really well. We do script doctoring. We did some script doctoring today, didn't we, Crystal?
Yeah, we did.
It was a super fantastic experience. I almost lost consciousness, but Crystal kept me going. So I want to say thank you for that.
Nice. I think I was right there with you, man.
Oh, yeah. It was super intense. Michael, jump on here. And...
Sure. Wait.
Oh, which one? Multiple.
The Michael
Michaels.
with abductables.
Okay.
I'm Michael Derrick. I'm a comic book writer, and I have a project with Ironsight's artist Ibai Canales coming out on Indiegogo in March called The Abductables, and it's a sci-fi action comedy.
Well, the reality is that it's a fantastic book. It's hysterical. It's funny. It's well drawn. It's well written. It's got Canales up front, hardcore, pushing it. I mean, this is a book that's going to make a lot of money. Wouldn't you say?
That's definitely the hope. But gotta keep your expectations modest. That's for sure.
Well, Michael, your enthusiasm is overwhelming. I'm going to have to strap myself in here because this is taking off like a jet plane.
I mean, the art is great and Canales is awesome. So I think it'll definitely do well with the right, promotion and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, my doctor's in the chat, actually. My doctor says Fireball the pinball game. That's a really...
dude, you should do that.
I'm going to do that. Finally, the doctor comes up with a decent idea. Thank you, doctor. You're fired. Excellent. Man of Sex says, don't eject yourself, Indie Dave.
Yeah, I'm trying to, for some reason I can't unmute him now after I've muted him. I'm trying to make sure he can get his book up.
Never get upset about the grace of God. And so we move on. Durkin says, don't ever go to the Hangout page like that. If someone wanted to, they could get the URL off of that and come into the Hangout. Oh, well, let's worry about that because...
Yeah, oh my God.
Bring them on.
Who cares?
If anything, everybody's going to look at that and say, that's the one I don't want to go to.
Yeah, that would be the one that no one would go to. So thanks, Durkin, for the
or that could work out, and he gets like a ton of views because somebody hops on and makes a scene.
What happens if Ethan hangs on? Yeah. Okay, hail Big Steve. Hail Big Steve in the chat.
Big Steve.
Hey, Big Steve. Big Steve's very big. Just want everyone to know that. It's a very big bloke. And he says, yes, Canales is awesome. He is.
He is. I've actually worked with Canales myself.
Have you really?
Yeah, I paid him to do a little 4-pager. It's if anybody goes to my Twitter, it's pinned. It's my pinned tweet. It's a little 4-page story he drew for me.
Beautiful.
Very
well,
cool.
He's a fellow European, so I back him all the way, all the time. So let's move on to the next Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Mike Murphy, and my book is called Samurai and Dinosaurs. I'm a freelance writer illustrator, and I'm based in the Pacific Northwest. My wife and I run Chibi Comics. We founded it back in 2005, and due to the realities of the comic industry, we've kind of just focused on writing and illustration work outside of comics, and this is our first major jump into what I hope is a sustainable new industry.
You mean the CG industry?
Yeah, Comicsgate.
Well, welcome to Comicsgate. Are you happy to be here?
It's been going great. It's been going great so far.
I mean, you certainly look youthful for the experience.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's Clark. I'm using him as the face of my YouTube channel.
That's very sweet.
Like your kid's so energetic, man. And I love the picture that you tweeted. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was the teddy bear was the first thing I ever bought for him, and just he was taking a nap. I'm like, oh, that's a nice coincidence. So I just thought I'd send it your way.
Big Steve in the chat says the good
it.
night. The good night is at $9,225, Crystal.
Nice.
What are you going to do if you get to 10K?
Carefully budget and make sure every penny is accounted for.
Dye your hair pink. Gotta dye your hair pink.
Oh no, no, Drew.
Oh
yeah,
God!
Never.
What
I've never
see?
dyed my hair, man. That'd be weird.
Has everyone seen Dog's new hairstyle?
Oh my God.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Got the
was
cotton
a shock.
So
candy.
soy based. So soy based.
It's
Gotta
terrible.
love Doug.
Okay, let's see if we can unmute Scott.
All right.
Mission Impossible, Dave.
Yeah, it's let's see.
Dun, dun,
I got him on
dun,
here.
dun,
Mute.
dun,
There it
dun,
goes.
He
dun,
should
dun,
be.
dun.
All
You
right.
muted him again.
Yeah, well, I swear. Let's see.
Dun, dun,
I'm trying to. He says he's
dun,
muted.
dun, dun,
It's
dun,
unmuted
dun.
right now.
Oh,
He's
there we
on.
go.
There it goes
Nope.
again.
No,
This is completely my fault here. Hold on.
you keep muting and unmuting him.
All
It's
right.
amazing.
Yes. I'm not really big with technology, as you can see.
Yeah,
He should be
Maybe,
good to go now. I still have his
maybe
muted.
leave and come back. Would that work?
Hold on. This is, I'm sure, completely my fault. So
Durkin thinks that we're all trying to unmute Scott. He doesn't realize.
there we go. Right now. He is unmuted.
Hello.
All
Hello,
right.
Scott.
Yay.
Welcome back.
Hey, guys.
Are you a police officer?
No. Why you ask?
Do you have a scanner?
No. Oh, you
Well,
mean my radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at work right now. I work in a music park, and they
Okay.
call me sometimes right now. So that's what you saw.
Oh, you mean like
When I
a
stepped away.
live music venue?
No, like a music park, kind of like Six Flags, but nowhere near as big as Six Flags.
Oh, I see what you're
And
saying.
they have a banquet going on right now, so that's why I'm here.
That must be an interesting job.
Can't be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hit us with your book.
Okay. All right. So Chaotic Flux. As I said before, it's about a super team that unite over a common goal of defeating a plague of mutant abominations and a entity named Malakar.
Malakar.
Yeah, Malakar.
Sounds like a scary name.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Where should I start? So there's an exosuit pilot named Soren.
Well,
who,
hold on a moment. Let me stop you for a moment. Dave, can you take us? Can you take it? There you go. He's
we go.
doing it.
I got it.
You got it. I'm so proud of you, Dave.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Our love will renew itself one day. Now you
let me
have to
just
lock
add
it on
that,
your screen.
Yeah.
You had me at mutant abominations.
Right.
Yeah, let's see if Dave can lock it on that screen first.
We can. I can do that right there.
Okay.
How's that? Is that working?
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
Whoa, 2 in 1. Okay, I can't wait for the strike.
Time.
Okay, Scott, let's hit us.
All right. Well, let's see. Like I said, there's Soren. That's the guy in the red there. And that's his exosuit standing beside him. The exosuit is loaded with all kinds of awesome technology. He's the leader of the team. The team is called the Crimson Flame. And standing next to him is Strife, which he's a giant mecha that can transform into all sorts of things. He's an advanced AI built by the military, and he befriends Soren and learns through the team, but most particularly through Soren, since he's bonded very well to him in the storyline, how to interact with humans and how to relate to them.
Dave, excuse me. Dave, go to another drawing. Go to the promotional images.
There we go. Right here.
Or
That's the
something.
cover. That's
There
the
we
cover.
go. Yeah, if you stay too long in one spot,
People are leaving.
you have to
Actually,
scroll.
Those are some of the Dread
Stop.
Fiends, which are the abominations in the series, the monsters.
Yeah, those are very interesting looking creatures. So, who is your artist again?
Brian
Pretty good.
Belando is his name. He's
So he's
actually from
got
the
a-
Philippines.
Oh, he's got a little bit of a David Byrne feeling, right?
Yeah, that's one of his influences, if I remember correctly. Trying to remember
Really
his-
comes through.
the guy
Comes
that
through.
did Old Man Logan. I can't remember his name, but he's a big.
Steve McNiven.
Uh-huh.
Get it figured out. The lighting. Got beer on here.
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry, there's someone walked in.
Yeah.
But the creatures can actually adapt on the fly. They're made by a series of splicing that they decided to try to come up with a new life form to take care of the lack of food that's in this timeline. There's food is very scarce, especially good proteins and nutrients. All the plant life is
Sounds
almost
like
gone.
nowadays. Sounds like present time.
It's a very bleak future. The weather's all screwed up. There's hardly any sunlight anymore. So it's definitely a dark kind of dystopian setting. There on the left.
In other words, it's Portland.
Oh, I forgot to add. So the mutations, they can actually mutate themselves in the fly. They also feed on. They can feed on one another to gain advantages they break down things they eat very rapidly, and then they can use that to manipulate themselves, give themselves, for instance, wings, extra arms, increased strength, speed. So a very formidable foe. And there are thousands of them. Actually, there's a point where there's actually millions of them. And Zathara is there on the right in the lower picture there. She's an alien hybrid. She can create these kind of crystallized weaponry. It comes out of her. It's kind of comes out of her pores. It forms as a kind of liquid, and it quickly hardens into a crystal-like structure. And she can form all kinds of things. Although she's also very acrobatic. Her bones are hollow like a bird's, so it allows her to be very swift and agile. So she's kind of like a crazy rogue type character.
So it sounds like you've put a lot of ideas into this, a lot of work.
There's a lot of genre smashing going on. A lot of crazy ideas I've come up with. It's taken me about 20 years to develop this comic. Get it just the way I want it, to mix all the genres. There's also fantasy elements later that come into the story. There's a couple of fantasy characters, magic users, if you will.
So why is it?
I'm sorry?
Why is it that I'm only hearing about this comic now, considering its quality?
Yeah, I don't. Well, it's kind of weird. Like, I'm learning a lot as far as the crowdfunding goes. I know I've learned a lot. There's a lot of before promotion you're supposed to do, which I did a lot on social media, and I thought that was good, but apparently it wasn't good enough. So now I'm learning that, like they emphasize mailing lists a lot. They say you should have an email mailing list so that you can email people and get them interested beforehand as well. I didn't do any of that. I didn't know that was a thing until recently.
Everything is a thing.
Yeah,
everything is a thing, Scott.
Exactly. And then I've been getting into doing interviews and both written and video interviews, and trying to set up as much as I can to get the word out. But it's just all, like you said, it's a learning process, and I'm getting there. Hopefully, it'll build interest, and I'm trying.
And your CG.
I'm sorry.
Right. Your CG. Comicsgate.
Yes.
I go CG. He's like, what the?
I still get this acronym.
Yeah, CG is Comicsgate.
Right.
Computer generated.
Right.
Yeah. Could you scroll a little more, Dave, please?
I sure can.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to activate the scrolling device. It's voice activated, and sometimes it gets stuck. All right.
Trying to keep that. All right.
There we go.
I guess you could say that probably one of the reasons why it hasn't, like I said, gotten as much traction yet is because I did focus a lot on just making the comic, making it look good, making the story good, and now I'm working on all the building up.
Is this comic already finished?
Yes, this issue is complete.
Ooh, you should have started with that. You always push with that number one, because that's going to get you a lot more sales.
The campaign is to cover production and printing costs.
Okay, but again, the project is complete. So when your campaign is over,
I should say it's to pay back the artists or pay back the money that I paid the artists for.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
all that is going towards issue 2.
Okay, but you have the project is finished at this point, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
so when you promote when you're promoting your campaign, that's what you should lead with, because people will jump on that maybe a little faster because they don't have to wait 6 months, 8 months, or a year to get their comic. Right? You're going to ship it right away.
The campaign ends, I believe it was March 6th. No, I think it's March 6th, and then I should be starting to ship out books the week after that.
Fantastic. All right. That's good to know. So anyone out there who wants to get a comic quickly, that's really of a high quality value and very well thought out, obviously. And it looks very interesting. It looks exciting. I like sci-fi. I like this type of genre myself.
A lot of action. It's a fast-paced storyline, but there's also some complexity to it. So
Sounds good.
Looks very cool.
I know it's called Flux, but I still don't know the first name. What is it?
Chaotic.
Chaotic Flux.
Chaotic
Okay.
Flux.
I always want to say Eon Flux,
Right, yeah. It's similar.
but I stopped myself.
All right, there we go. Look at that.
Looks great.
That's just a beautiful looking book. It really is.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we put a lot of time and energy into it, that's for sure.
It's very nice.
How much time do you have left on this
one? I was
one?
lucky to find my artist, man. He's just phenomenal. And then the colorist is a good friend of his, so it was easy to find him, and he's great too.
Yeah, the colorist is very good as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does a really good job with the lighting and giving it definition.
Have you been on Ethan's stream?
Not yet. I have been following Ethan a lot over the past year, but I have not been on his stream yet.
Well, you should endeavor to do so now that you're on.
Well, actually, I can't remember his name.
No, I've never heard of that name.
One of you guys actually contacted to me. Yeah, one of the Comic Cakes guys. Let's see if I can find his name real quick. But he told me that he was talking to Ethan earlier, and he presented the idea to Ethan to have me on the show and talk about the comic and Comicsgate and all of that.
And what did Ethan say?
Hopefully soon. Don't know yet. Haven't gotten a response back yet. He said he was going to talk to Ethan, and he said he'll get back to me.
All right. Well, hopefully you get on there.
Is this T-shirt the one that they're getting, or is this just like a representation of all you're getting?
No, this is the T-shirt that was available during the campaign.
All right, that's pretty cool.
And it's only going to be through the campaign as a T-shirt. Most of the things I'm offering will only be through the campaign.
Yeah, that's you want to give
including a chrome cover edition of the comic. I'm a big fan of the '90s chrome covers, so I decided to do one of those.
Yeah, those chrome covers were always my favorite.
Good, like another fan. Chrome covers.
And I mean, what was those? They had the hollow ones or the lithograms?
The hologram card ones.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, those were always cool too.
Yeah. I haven't looked into doing holograms, but that is a cool idea. I'm doing some trading cards with the campaign though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, especially I liked how Marvel did it with the power stats and everything.
Yeah, I'm actually doing that style. I'm actually doing it that style. On the back, it will have the power stats and all that, as well as a little thing about each character. And there's going to be a chrome version of the cards and a non-chrome version. There's going to be two cards, two different cards for the campaign, but two different versions. And then it will be part of a series. As more issues come out, each campaign will have more cards, and eventually there'll be a whole set.
Nice.
I always thought once all the Comicsgate, maybe a phase 3 kind of thing, was that everybody does 2 cards for their book, and then for the issues you don't get, you can actually do an actual trading card where you trade. Oh, I didn't get the Cyberfrog book, but I got this book. I'll trade you this card for that one. And then everybody has a chance to kind of, start an actual collection.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think Ethan's doing a card, right?
Yeah,
for
Ethan,
Cyberfrog.
You doing?
Ethan, I think is Malin doing one?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Malin's doing some cards. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Antonio is with Brand as well.
Doug's, I think, got some cards too, with Bigfoot Bill.
Doug's having everything.
Yeah, I know.
What doesn't Doug have?
A normal hairstyle now.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, Crystal. Getting spicy. You can't hold Crystal back.
All right, we haven't talked.
Just think of the looks that he's getting when he goes out.
That is funny, yeah. I like that idea.
All right. Now, we haven't talked about this one yet, the Abductables.
Abductables.
There
Michael,
it is.
Let's hear your enthusiasm. Oh, yeah. Let it go. Let it wild. Let it wild. Let the beast out. Let the beast free.
I will try.
Okay.
So the Abductables is a sci-fi action comedy. Basically, it's what would happen if aliens abducted an 80s action hero.
That's awesome.
That caught me pretty quick. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you can imagine how that ends up for the aliens, as seen in that pinup right there. So yeah, it's just page after page of ultra violence, comedy, a lot of one-liners, and just general mayhem as the abductee, as we call him. He wakes up on the operating table and proceeds to kill every gray that he finds.
Did you give him a good action name, or is he just the abductee?
He does have a real name that will be revealed. One of the things in the book is that when he wakes up, he has amnesia, so he doesn't know who he is or where he's at. So as he fights his way through the ship, one of the things is trying to regain his memories. So we will learn about his secret origin, but as of now, we just give him the code name, the abductee.
All right. And are you guys finished with this one?
Almost. Canales is working on the last act of the book right now. So it's going to be a one-shot, 52 pages. I think he's around page 40 right now.
Wow.
So we're hoping to have the whole thing completely drawn before we launch in March.
So, Michael, give me a really great 80s one-liner from the comic. Like, make my day. Like, give me like a really good one.
There is a really good one, but I don't know if I can say it on the stream without.
Okay, give me the one that's not
off.
so good. Give me the one that's not as good.
Let me try to think of one that doesn't have any naughty words.
Demonetized.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm not monetized anyway, so
Say it.
just go ahead, let it out.
Come on, Michael, you can do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I don't think there's any children in the chat.
There's no one in the chat.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, there you go.
The what? What?
Probe this motherfucker.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
That was awesome.
that was good. Get to the chopper.
Well, I was actually, I don't know if I want to say probe this motherfucker or probe this bitch. I think I don't know which one's better.
Use both, man. Use both.
Go out.
Don't hold back, Michael. Don't hold back. Do you have any sayings like "get to the chopper"?
No, but as you could probably tell from the character design, the abductee is very much influenced by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know, that's why I'm saying it. So you've got to have some.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
You know, you got to have some of those moments where someone asks him, you know, what have you been feeding it? And he says, blondes. You need a moment like that, you know, an Arnold moment.
Yeah, I'll definitely. He'll definitely have some funny lines in there.
Well, I really have to buy this book, Michael. So I'll just tell you right now, don't dox me, because I'll come after you.
So this one's upcoming. When are you planning on launching the Go-Go?
So we're launching in March. Originally, I was going to launch on March 1st, but now I'm thinking it might be better to do it in the middle of the month, since you know, people pay rent at the first, so maybe give them a little bit more breathing room. But it's not confirmed yet. But I'm thinking March 15th.
Okay, the Ides of March. It's a good time.
Exactly.
I think there was a joke in there.
I tried.
Okay. I like it when you try.
I can only try.
I know you can only try, Dave. I've gathered that much. You set yourself up for that one. You know that.
I set myself up for everything, apparently.
Okay. Well, there you go.
If you can't laugh at yourself, who else are you going to laugh at?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because you're always there, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm always laughing, so.
Ooh, ba-dum-bum. Now we're rolling. At the end of the stream, we finally start.
All right. So let's see. That's the deductibles. Why don't you give us Jean-Luc, just a brief idea of the whole site, how it started, and what you guys, do you have anything upcoming as far as changes to the site or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, we have massive changes coming to the site. I mean, we're constantly working on it. The Dr. Wright is in. I call him the Doctor. The Doctor is Love. He's my cohort in crime, along with Pixel. And Pixel's coder. I'm the imagination, and the Doctor, well, he just does whatever the bloody hell I tell him to do. And
now he's going to unfollow me after this. So
oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. And so together we decided to turn Indicron from a spreadsheet that we got from, actually Pixel got from Edwin Boyette, who was kind enough to donate the spreadsheet. And so we decided to take it from a spreadsheet to the incarnation you see before you now, which is, we're hoping, going to be very interesting for Comicsgate. And we do plan to add a lot of other, but they're very top secret right now. And we just launched this, so everyone has to get used to this.
Yeah, and we just got, you got T-shirts now, and you got merch and things.
We've got merch, we've got T-shirts, we've got hats. I don't know if anyone wants any. They just go to Indicron, and there's a little bag on the top right corner. You just click on that shopping bag. Big Steve says in the chat, stacks looked stacked. Yeah, she's definitely stacked, mate.
So it does, yeah.
If you go to the top, Dave, of Indicron, unfortunately, yeah, close that bugger. Wait, did that just say Ethan was on stream now?
It did. Yeah. So we're going to lose all of our two.
Every time I stream on anywhere, Ethan immediately says, I'm going to F that guy up.
Well, you know, they say great minds think alike, Jean-Luc, so, you know.
Ooh, Crystal's on my side now.
The fact that he's on 50% of the day, so you 50-50 shot.
Yeah, that too, man.
That's true. Okay, so if you click on the top where it says creators.
Alrighty.
A lot of people don't go to this portion of the site for some reason. I don't know why. So now what we have here is an isotope menu system. So if you were looking for a penciler, you would click penciler. Yeah, there you go, Dave. And oh, look at that. Like magic, it just changes, and there's Canalis drinking a beer. What more could you ask for? So we're going to click on Canalis because we just love that bugger. And so now here we have a profile of Canalis. If you scroll down a little more, you will see the books he's working on.
Oh, nice.
Oh, awesome.
You see, no one knew about this.
That's a nice feature, man.
Yeah, yesterday someone said, you know, you should add a feature where you have creators and then it has their books. And I'm like, brilliant, I'll do that. Give me 3 minutes.
If you look at, and this is a really neat feature, if you're looking to hire a penciler or something like that, and you're going to look down, you're going to see his that's his total,
right?
From books. So then you're going to see, oh, well, this guy's been doing well. He's got this much money, and you go, oh, he's done this many books. So that's something that tells you that, oh, this guy, he's got some real value in working on my book.
Absolutely. I wish I thought of that. Oh, wait. I did. And there it is.
Very cool.
I think Canalis probably has more projects on there than anybody, because everybody just has the one project. He's already got 3 on there.
Yeah, he's busy.
Well, he's a European. Europeans work very hard. He's a very hard worker. I mean, I have 12.
How many books do you have, Jean-Luc? Like,
I have about 12
You're working
books.
on all yours simultaneously.
Yes, I am. So soon I'm going to have a very long list. I've been just very busy putting together Indicron for the community. So I took the long way. What?
You're doing a great job because it's a really good site. I mean, just briefly, the bit I've been on it, and especially finding all these kind of features and stuff. It's a really comprehensive, especially everybody here's Comicsgate, right? Everybody's right?
Yeah, everyone is Comicsgate. It's Comicsgate only. I'm the man who killed the word adjacent.
Good.
I murdered adjacent in the closet somewhere. So yeah.
I mean, it's really well put together. There's a lot of really, really nice features, and for looking for just not even looking for books again with this creator feature. I just discovered that just now, and it's a really neat thing.
I know, that's why I took you there. So now we'll scroll again to the top, and you'll see campaigns. Okay, so let's click on campaigns. So now we have a kind of a easy access to the variety of campaigns that are featured on Indiegogo. And so you can get a quick overview
Let's
of
see what-
everything that's on Indiegogo.
See, I got that one. I got that one.
That's a lot of books.
Yeah.
It's a lot of books. And the SJW say we don't have books. Well, here it is. So when the normies come, and they will be coming, the redcoats and the normies will be coming, they'll be landing on Indiecron to find their favorite CG books. That's the point.
Yeah, this is really, I mean, it's really easy to use. And, oh, there we go, right there. That's what we want to see.
Okay.
Watch where you put that pointer.
What's interesting about Jungle Comics, I think Kelsey's been doing some videos on his YouTube and kind of his process and stuff, and it looks pretty neat.
Oh, I'll have to watch those. I like watching those processes types of videos.
Yeah, that's how we can get a hold of him.
I love Kelsey's work. I'm looking forward to that book so much.
Like, it seems like it's hard to get a hold of Kelsey, or like he just disappears off the face of the earth.
Well, he works very hard, you know.
Yeah.
So if you choose any of these and you click on them, then it'll take you to the actual campaign itself. There you go. And so we're back into the area where you can look at the book at your leisure and choose any of the writers or the artists or the colorists, and that will take you to a creator page as well. So if you scroll just a little bit down to the creative team, there you go.
Yeah, you click on anybody, we'll go to Chuck Dixon.
Right. Yeah, he hasn't given us very much information. So that's the thing, if you want to be on Indiecron, you need to submit your information as quickly as possible. Big Steve in the chat says, when SJWs go silent or hide in a corner, balled up in a fetal position, you are winning. Okay,
and
I'll take his word for that.
Take a moment to appreciate this awesome Ravage cover as far as graphics and artwork is concerned.
Yeah,
it's
plus
fantastic.
And they just everybody that got this book also is getting the second book with the special cover on it too.
Nice,
right?
Like, it looks so professional. It's fantastic.
The colorist of Cat Flux actually did Ravage.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Cool. You should advertise that, man.
Right. Well, I have been some, or as much as I can anyway. His name is Brian McNahee. Yeah, there he is in the cover. His name.
Very cool.
And so at the top of the menu, we also have upcoming, which we haven't gone to. We haven't. We've seen it on the front page. There it is. So that's the other method where you see it in the same type of one-by-one format. So there's a variety of formats to look at the books and their status, how they're doing, what you want to look at, or how you want to look at the creators or see what stuff they've done in the past. So this is the basic foundation of the site. And so we're going to explore other avenues and add things to this as time goes by.
Wow,
It's a very, very cool idea. I'm so glad you did this.
Yeah, this makes everything just so much easier instead of searching Indiegogo.
Yeah. Well, it also makes you feel like you're kind of part of a publishing company as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's our goal. Our goal is to expand CG to the degree that it becomes, in effect, a type of symbol and a type of industry in and of itself, where people go, okay, I want to buy a CG comic because it represents CG. Where do I go to find only CG comics? Well, here it is. You don't have to go to Indiegogo and wonder if it's a CG comic or not.
Right.
Exactly.
Although I've noticed a lot of comics on Indiegogo are CG, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in CG, you're going to use Indiegogo. You're not going to go anywhere else.
Right.
Kind of a magnet.
Well, at this point, the question is, would you even be welcome anywhere else with
No, you wouldn't
Kickstarter's
be.
new guidelines?
No, that's why we need to create our own things. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is Kickstarter, they don't do the funds up front. Right? What I mean is, like, they don't charge the card till after the campaign is successful. And at that point, there'd probably be quite a few chargebacks and stuff like that.
Oh,
I've
interesting.
heard people say things about that, so it's interesting.
So
Whereas like
Mrs.
Indiegogo, it's like a pre-order. You know, like for a video game, you pay it all up front,
Right.
and then you get it when it's done.
Right.
Mrs. Dave Comics, I think that's your wife, Dave.
It is.
She's in the chat. She says, "I like this setup much better. The spreadsheet was very hard to navigate." Yeah, so the spreadsheet's still there, obviously, if you want to use it, but we've just added everything else under the sun. So you should be able to find anything you want at any time here. And we're going to add a lot more features, like I said, and it's just going to become a fun place to come, and enjoy CG Comics. And that's basically it.
Alrighty. Well, I think our time's done about done here. I want
We
to thank.
survived.
We did. I want to thank everybody for coming on. As soon as we're done here, then Jean-Luc's going to smack me around a little bit.
Oh no, not again! You barely survived the last time, Dave.
Is it Tuesday already?
Go easy on him.
Yeah. So everybody, the people that come back and accidentally watch this later, definitely IndieCon is the place to go to find exactly the books that you're looking for Comicscape books or just really good, upcoming comics. I want to thank everybody else, Crystal and Mike Murphy and Scott and Mike Merrick. Did I get that right? I'm a still boomerang.
Close enough.
Oh, no. I'm just done. Thank everybody. You've all been great, and you've all survived, and you've all been more nice to me than you should have been.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. You all have a good night, and hopefully, Mike. Hopefully, everybody gets on Ethan's show because that's where you're actually going to make any money. So.
That's like the main event of live streams. That's the WrestleMania.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Right, thanks again.
You too.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Later.